I think the hardest thing in trading is the noise that you've got to deal with in your head. And to be honest with you, I mean, just looking at the charts, the market isn't complex. Traders make it what it is. And I kind of feel like the more complex a strategy seems, it's kind of dressed up as being intelligent. But the thing is, if you're constantly adjusting, then you have to understand that it isn't an edge. Because if you're trading a simple system, then it's going to survive the market noise. So that is why I personally trade just a single candle. Some of you may know, if you're new, we traded the 2 candle theory system and now the 2 candle deviation theory system. And 1 candle really is just all you need, which can tell you everything if you're actually listening. So when we look at the markets today, I mean, this has just been an absolute true blessing in terms of simplicity. We can see through the Asian session over here, we had a massive impulse move to the upside. Now, I'm not saying the market's going to continue in that direction, but a lot of traders are going to look at this and they're going to say, well, look here is a resistance level in the market. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with trading support and resistance. I still believe it's a very powerful system. I mean, I use it in my own personal trading, but just not in the same way. Price obviously pulls back, and then we kind of create a base here, which I like to call a level in the market where price is failing to break. So the picture starts to build up, right? We have evidence of bulls in the market. We have here a depletion, which is technically just a pullback. The market can't continue in one direction without pulling back. And then we have a base in the market. So this is just simply, again, a support level where price cannot break. And then off of the back of this, what we see here is a bullish candle close. I mean, it just can't get any better than this. This is a small to medium range candle. And as you can see, from where price creates this base back to the high, this creates a 15 pip range. Now you might be saying, well, this is not a big range. Granted, it's not a big range if you're trading intraday or you're day trading. But if you're trading intraday and you are able to take advantage of these ranges using lower time frame structures, then you will see that constantly the market whispers before it moves. So it's the recognition that's going to beat the confirmation here in this instance. So what we see is a bullish candle close, evidence of bulls in the market, range back to the high. Previous candle closed bullish with a small range in anticipation of a big range push. So this is not about needing, tons of confluences. This is simply about clarity. And if it doesn't repeat, then it doesn't pay. One thing you've got to understand in the markets is that it constantly repeats itself. So if you look here, we have a bullish close, we have a bearish close, we have a bearish close, we have a bullish close, we have a bearish close, bullish, bullish, bearish, bearish. Every candle is going to close bullish or bearish at some point today, right? Even the current candle right now that we're looking at is going bullish. Now, when we look at this, we've got to ask ourselves, how do we take advantage of repeatable moves? Because the market only really has few behaviors. And what they do is they just repeat themselves in disguise, especially if you're using lower time frames. But if you're looking from a high time frame perspective and we hold on to the one belief that a candle's going to close bullish or bearish, then once this candle closes bullish, in line with the weighted market being bullish, we have a base that's been developed and we have range back to the high, then this is a buying opportunity. I don't care how you take the trade. You can put your stop loss below the level. You can pull it below the previous wick. You can pull it inside below the previous candle wick, wherever you wish. And then you can target back to the range, right? This is more than a 3-hour trade here in this instance. And it really just doesn't get any simpler than this. If you target, let's say you put your stop loss below the low, then your target range back to the high is unfavorable in terms of risk to reward. I like a minimum of 1 to 2, but nothing's stopping you from going break even. then you can just hold it. Whether it gets to TP or not is besides the point, but the entry that you've taken is a repeatable process that can be done over and over again. If you put your stop loss behind the previous wick, then again, you have an opportunity to go for a positive risk reward, but still again manage at this level. And this is not a one-off thing. This happens every single day. So it's not about looking for new setups, guys. It's about waiting for familiar ones, because most people buy when it feels safe, not where it makes sense. And what you will find in your trading journey, especially, I mean, not especially, but it's 2026, you know, you're making all these New Year's resolutions, etc., etc. Comfort is going to be a very expensive, comfort is expensive in the market. And if you've been trading for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you will know how much you've invested into this. So you got to understand that obvious trades usually punish obvious thinking. So if you are here sitting at the charts and you're overanalyzing this is where you're going to find yourself having problems. Now, let's say we sold after this candle closed bearish up here. We put our stop loss, you know, I don't know, 50% retracement range, and we lost this trade. Does this matter? Of course not. Because not every setup's going to win. But what you've got to understand is that if you take the trades that you're supposed to be taking, i.e. this one, which is previous candle closed bullish, next candle bullish, previous candle closed bullish, next candle bullish, previous candle bullish, next candle bullish, previous candle, next candle bullish, etc., etc., then here is 2, 4, 6, 8 are in opportunities. You take this one and you lose, or you take the buys after this and you lose. It doesn't matter. You lose 2 trades, you win 4 of them, and you're still 6R up. Now, I'm not saying take these consecutive, but I'm just saying if your week played out that way. Now, there's a few things to think about, which obviously I'm not going to go into too much detail because that's not the point in the video. But let's say we're looking at the market here, and we can see that price has just been moving sideways for a very long period of time. Does it make sense to then buy the market when price is up here? No, it doesn't, because we have evidence of price failing to break. We have price moving in the sideways range of market, and the best thing to do in this situation is probably wait for something more favorable. What if we bought when this candle closed bullish? Well, again, it's completely fine to buy this, you know, if you put your stop loss below here for 3 pips, and you know that you've got this range back to the high for management. If you can see here, it's just a 1.9 risk to reward ratio trade back for management, then that's fine. Whether it hits TP or not is besides the point. The entry makes sense. You previous candle was bullish, next candle bullish, and you have range back to the high. So in this instance, this is where you want to obviously making sure that you are choosing when to buy in the right situations. Here is obvious: previous candle bullish, next candle bullish, range back to the high. Previous candle bullish, next candle bullish, range back to the high. Previous candle bullish, next candle bullish, but there's no range back to the high. We've been trapped for a long period of time. This is not the only instance. There's many instances that you can look at as well. Whether it be, you know, previous candle closing bullish, and you still haven't seen price break the lows, or price attempts to go down first and establish this, whatever it may be. Just find the most obvious scenarios, guys, because certainty is what most traders are paying for right now, looking for that 100% confluence that just doesn't exist. So the real strategy is restraint. Doing nothing is a position. Okay, so every trade that you don't take is going to protect your account, and you have to understand that patience is not passive, it's selective. So this year, you want to start moving towards understanding that you don't trade the market. You've got to trade a belief system that you truly believe in. And it's got to be very simple, because clarity compounds way faster than any strategy that is out there. So you've got to find that one behavior that repeats well, and you've got to stick to it, because that's going to beat 10 strategies done badly. And remember, confidence comes from repetition, not complexity. So you need evidence. You need to build the evidence. And that evidence is going to come through repetition. And I keep saying in NDS, and I say to you guys, 50 trades is where you want to be at. Don't stop. Look here. 50 marbles. Just get yourself a marble jar, 50 marbles in it. Get another jar, 1 trade at a time, right? 50 trades. Until that jar is empty, don't stop. Journal the trades. Journal the trades, because simple traders last longer. And you've got to understand that whether you've been trading for 3, 4, 5 years, the edge was never hidden. It's just been ignored. So get to 50 trades. Keep it simple. When should I buy? When it's most obvious, when it makes sense, where you have range back to the upside. Here it's not obvious. It could be a trade, but we don't want could be's. We want high probabilities. And this is not the only instance. I mean, look here in this scenario. You have an area in the market where price is failing to break, right? Do we want to buy or sell here? No. Wait for price to give evidence and then sell next. Previous candle bullish, bearish, next candle bearish. Lower high, previous candle bearish, next candle bearish. Do we not see this setup happen? We have a bearish structure, lower high, bearish candle, next candle bearish. Oh, what do we have here? Bullish sentiment, higher low, previous candle bullish, next candle bullish. Got to keep it simple, guys. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and as I always say, guys, continue to trust the process.